Coach Donna here. I'm coming to you at 11 o'clock. And I was trying to make sure that I got done today before midnight because it's been really crazy, peeps. It's been really good crazy, but it's been really crazy. So tonight I want to talk to you about authenticity. It's actually a continuation, a stem from the self-check that I did the other day, where I talked about my abandonment issues and me going through the process in the mirror. I got a lot of different feedback from that video. Some people were really liked it, and they gave me really like, wow, it was really good, it was really authentic. My blog, people loved it on the blog. I got likes and the other retweets and all that stuff in Twitter, and people really accepted it in some way. But people that were a little less enthusiastic about it, I got a couple people say, ooh, you told too much of your business. Why did you say that? You can't take it back now that this out on the internet. You can't take it back. You know, people don't always need to know exactly what's going on in your life. People don't need to know all of that stuff. That's your personal business, and you should keep your personal business personal. Yeah, I get that. I get that your process or the thought process of some people is not the same as the thought process that I have. That's why they're them and I'm me. That's why I've been given my life assignment and they didn't get it, because they would have been able to do it. They would have been like, there's too much information. No, you can't know that. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? But the idea that I did that in, the spirit that I did that in, was authenticity. Because I knew that it was going to help somebody to know that if they just spent some time talking to themselves at the point where their pain began, and really and truly talking beyond the tears and talking beyond the sadness and speaking life and truth to to themselves from the point of where they are now with this perspective, dealing with the perspective of that little child wherever they were, or whatever that teenager place was, that early adulthood place, or the places that were multiple in your life. If you just get time to talk to those places and love those places and accept yourself in all those stages, then you'll be better off. And that's what I was trying to convey to people. I don't have research and a bunch of examples on the way I do what I do. I just speak from my heart, and sometimes I have a script and sometimes I don't. Like tonight, I don't have a script. But I know that I want to tell you with all my heart and with all my soul that without authenticity in this world, there is no connection. If nobody knows that you've been through anything, then how will they have hope for themselves? If everybody says, this is my business, this is my information, and I need to keep it quiet and silent because it's better for me to be private than for me to be public, then how will the hurting people, the millions of hurting souls around the world, feel that they're not alone in their hurt? Because they see me and you think I have it all together, because on the outside I probably look like I do. But on the inside, there are things that we all go through. And yeah, sometimes it's not the broadcasts of it all. And sometimes it is just sharing one-on-one. Yeah, I had somebody tell me everything that every time you write a book, that doesn't mean everybody reads it. So everybody won't read that same book. But at the same token, if I'm saying it in Detroit to one person and somebody in Connecticut needs to hear it, and they don't get it because they're not in Detroit in that conversation with me, and I only share it with them, then I haven't done the best in my gift to promote and produce change in other people's lives. I haven't served well. And I haven't lived full because I still have stuff in there that I'm saving for myself that could possibly help somebody else. Remember, I have made a vow to live full and leave empty, which means every avenue that I can use to get something out to help somebody, whatever situation they're in, if they need to know that they're not the only rich person in the world that feels lonely because they feel like they have no friends because people want their money and they don't want them. If that's what they need and that's what I can give, then I'm giving it. At the same token, if they need to know that they were in a different situation and it was bad and there was a way out because I shared my way out, then I've done my job on both hands. But I can't do my job on the upside and not do it on the downside. That's not fair to everybody. That is not authenticity. And that is what I'm here for. Yes, I'm here to to make things uncomfortable sometimes. But that's only to shift you into a place where you accept the things that are inside of you that need to change. And that doesn't happen by me giving you all the stories of the roses. It doesn't happen like that. No, I'm not going to give you every detail of my life from when I was born until I die, But at the same time, if I help you, or if I help someone out there with my story of however it happens that I happen to share it that day, if it's uncomfortable for you, do two things. The first thing is allow me my process because I allow you yours. And the second thing is ask yourself why it makes you uncomfortable that I'm sharing, because you're not sharing. So if the answer is you have some stuff that you don't feel comfortable with that happened in your world, then you need to get in the mirror. So you need to go listen to that tape and get in the mirror and do the work and help somebody else get in the mirror too. That's my suggestion. I'm not diagnosing. I'm just saying. And at the same time, I have a couple of things that I live by. So I live by the word. Where it says, they overcame by the word of the Lamb, by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony. So if I don't share with you my testimony, it's just something that I went through. And it's not going to help anybody for me to keep it in the inside. And if it can help millions of people, I'd rather get it out in whatever form it needs to come out. And if it needs to stay out there 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 to 150 to 3,000 years, so be it. Let it help billions of people. Just let it do that. And if it only helps 5 people over the course of time that I could never have gotten to talk to, wonderful. 5 people were helped. Because I shared and showed my scars and was authentic. And I can live with that a lot better than I can live with taking it to my grave and 5 people not being able to be helped. That's my process. My journey. My designed path that I can't do anything about but walk. If I could walk it differently, believe me, I would. I've been trying. It doesn't work that way. You have to walk what you've been given. Other part of it is an example that I think is really great in the Bible, where Jesus actually had a doubter in his midst. And the doubter actually was somebody who had been hanging out with him for a long time. Had the years of experience and had gone through the delivering of other people and casting out devils and all of this stuff, and saw the miracles and 2 fish and 5 loaves, and him taking a little boy's lunch and feeding thousands of people more than one time and walking on the water and all this other stuff that this person actually was there and experienced. But he couldn't quite get to the fact that Jesus, Jesus, if that's really you, let me see. Let me see your stuff. Show me the worst of it. That's how I need to connect to you, is by seeing the worst of it that you've been through. Because that's the only way that I'm going to believe that I can actually do something more than what I'm doing right now. I need to be connected to you differently so then I can move forward in my belief that I have the ability to do, that I can actually get beyond right here. And Jesus, being the brilliant dude that he was, said, here, not just see it, but go ahead, put your hand in there, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Feel the part of me that is just as human as the part of you, and let us connect in that sameness of struggle. So that then you can see that because I made it, you can make it. So yeah, every once in a while, I'm going to get down and dirty and I'm going to show some scars. Because that's my assignment. And if I can help somebody along the way in this whole big old world called life by showing them my crap, guess what? They're going to see my crap. So everybody that's not comfortable with watching my crap, every once in a while, take a little preview of the video before. So you'll make sure that you're not, try to read the insides and all that stuff to see if you can decipher it. But I say go ahead and watch it. Because even you need to see humanity in action. Even you need to understand what authenticity really feels like for somebody else. Not that you're not being authentic, but there are different levels of everybody's journey. And maybe you're not there yet. And maybe you'll never get there. But it's good for you to know that there are other people that are okay with sharing their stuff. So maybe you might know somebody. And you say, oh man, I know this girl named Coach Darnay. She talks about all her crap all the time. You should watch her. And maybe you'll be the person that helps me help somebody else. Who knows? But I'm not going to stop being authentic. And I need for you to be authentic too. Right where you are. Whatever level of your process that you're in. Be authentic. Show your scars. Even if it's just to one person. Show your scars. And allow somebody else to know that they're not alone. They're not crazy. And they can get through whatever it is to get to the next place. Life in 4G is living in God. Living a life of giving. Living a life of gratitude and living unapologetically in your greatness. Authenticity is important to the growth of this world. And we need to be authentic. There's too many phony people out there. Hollywood is full of them. The world is full of them, not just Hollywood. Anyway, show your scars, peeps. Everybody has them. Don't be scared.